Hello again. We're with the James Maud elite squad of athlete anglers today at Little John Lakes. We're on Friar Tuck Lake and our group peg 3. Conditions are nice. It's nice and mild today, sun shining. It's a lovely day forecast, a little gentle breeze. I think it might be a southwesterly, so it's a warm wind blowing. Hopefully the fish are going to feed, but it's been a bit iffy the last couple of weeks. So the carp haven't really been feeding that much in this lake. So I think £57 won the open on Wednesday, which is quite a low weight. Backup weights weren't great either. So target today would be £50 would be good. I think I'd take £50 now, but if the fish do switch on, somebody could have a really good weight today. And they do seem to be down the bottom end of the lake in the late 20s. The fish seem to be shoaled up there a little bit at the moment. I'll just zoom round so you can see that. Down that bottom corner where that white car is, the fish seem to be, carp seem to be shoaled up there with Steve Ratsky is, and Roger Summer scales. So if they're going to feed and get any decent weights, it's probably going to be there. So I'll keep a close eye on them if they're catching anything. I have set up a couple of paste lines, one near the aerator, which has not long been switched off. I've got paste line in my margin with maggots and corn as well either side if I wanted to try that. But I bought some casters because there's some silverfish fish in here. The carp aren't going to feed. I might be able to get 10, 15, 20 pound of silvers on a caster line, top kit plus one. Feed that caster line by hand to start with. So bait wise, I've put micros, 4 mils, casters, maggots, worms, sweet corn, pretty much everything really. And we'll give it a good go. Hopefully get a good carp with some silvers on top. We'll speak to you in a bit. All in, so I'm going in with the shallow rig next to the aerator, at a foot deep. I've seen some few fish there, but I'm not going to feed anything on me. Not feeding any paste or pellet at the moment until I see any carp being caught. And gudgeon. I had one skimmer and a gudgeon off that line. But not seen any carp caught at all yet. 10 minutes in. So I'm going to try and catch a few silvers while working out what the carp want. We've got a roach. Nice roach too. Ten ounce. It's feeding half a dozen casters. When he got a pint. Silver bream. There's plenty of small silvers coming to the caster. Nice to catch when nobody else is catching carp though. I'm just feeding caster and nothing else at the moment. If I can get 2 fish a minute, we're doing all right. Oops. Especially when the roach as big as this one. that for a beauty. Pop a roach. At the moment, swapped a feeder. I've had 45 minutes catching silvers, probably a £5 of silvers. But people are catching the odd carp now. Guinea's had four or five fishing pellet waggler in the gap, tight against the bank. So I'm in my little gap with a little method feeder at the moment. What I might do is change to a long line rig and flick a rig into the gap with a pole, if they won't take it on the bottom. There's one or two fish being caught in the margin, so I'm feeding them. Just with a few pellets. Nice. We're off for him running. No, this one's not a roach. Lovely common. The little one. Right there. Right there, he's going to have that pellet when it lands on that bank. We've got rats running around taking the pellets off the bank. Line it. No. It's on a little wafter. Wow, look at this. Goldfish. Now we like these silverfish. Now look at this one. Now look at that. Look at that little beauty. In odd ones, but still behind you though. Just chucking it in that little gap. Little one. What time is it now? Let's do a time check. 11:49. 2 hours in. Catching the odd little carp across there, but very little. So I'm going to give this line a rest for a bit. Probably got 8 or 9 little carp. I got the silvers from earlier on. Probably got 25 pound maybe. It's going okay. I'm just trying the other lines now. It's gone a bit quiet for carp, so I'm back on the silvers with caster. By catching these skimmers, decent roach. Don't mind it when they're like that. Nice roach. Too big to lift. A little 18 hook. Oh, now we have a carp. Typical white hydra. She'll be able to handle it. So much for my silverfish line, Sean. Sorry, pal, I'm trying to keep it away from the aerator. Leaping out the water now. This is on my silverfish line and rig. And go it onto the... Yeah. It's a nice fish as well. It's a big fish as well. So I just had a really fast bite on the putting before that roach. Come in. Not a really big fish. Thought it was bigger than this. Just shows you. Got it. Nearly went under the platform. £4. The one leaping is not mine. Hey? The one that's leaping out wasn't mine. I think it spooked it, but it... I should have had my net ready then. Briefly came to the top for a look. Maybe £2. But just a standard method feeder. Got a little wafter or a 6mm pellet on. Feeder, a little method feeder at the moment. Biggest one for a while. I think it's £4 for that one. Biggest fish of the day and all. Lovely fish as well. Look at that thing. They're right beast. No, probably might be 7 or 8. Mirror. Nice mirror carp. Lovely mirror. it's 12.44. Click is showing about £50. Very good, very pleased. Really pleased with that. I picked 4 or 5 more fish up when I've gone back on the line. And I've also picked a carp up on the silverfish line. And another roach and another bream. Nothing from this margin swim, just bits pulling at the bait. There's a few fish being caught around the lake. Ian's car catching on the margin to the right, catching well. But nearly halfway through, nearly got my target already. It's great stuff. Bit big to lift that one. That was a fast bite. So that's 3 good roach in what, just the last couple of minutes. Way out, whatever, a pound between them. These are solid ropes, these are. You can soon be able to weight up with these ones. Let it clear out the water, this one did. Look at that one, beautiful. Not be too bad. Yeah, I've seen them. Plenty of time yet. Only just gone halfway. Yeah.
any bagging up on?
No,
No.
not that I can see anyway. Roger's had a few, Ian's had a few. We've all had a few down here, haven't we? We're not, no great shape, but...
Is Roger doing a Gary today and telling lies? Not one thing. No.
Well, no, he's definitely telling lies. Because he's just had a little gudgeon. And I've seen him catch at least, what, 5 or 6 carp.
What you got, Rog? John, you know I don't like you. What you got? On me clicker. 3 ounce.
3 ounce? Your clicker doing ounces then? That's a good clicker. Got some nice bream here now. Oh, that's a nice one. Biggest so far. Yeah, lovely. I'm trying to keep it from the aerator. Almost editing. That's a big fish. It's a good one. That's a proper one. Another decent bream. What's come out in the net? That's roach. Back on the caster line. Don't seem to get any carp at all at the moment. So I've just had a carp on the caster line and lost it. Let's go quick time check. That's 2:10. I'm resting the feeder line at the moment in the gap, catching a few silvers. I'm not getting anything on pace lines, nothing in the margin at all at the moment, but now I've fed maggot, I'm hoping that we'll come and take it in the last 2 hours. I think I've only had 1 carp in the last hour, but I've had quite a few silvers.
What score, Mr. Butcher?
Some decent fish down there as well, bumping them. Oh, a super barbel, that is lovely. They're nice to see. I think Sean's had one as well. That's a nice roach. I'll have a quick look at this rig. Got a 4x12 carp chimp with a fine top on it. Got a spread out bulk of 4 number 9s. That's £5 line. And then I've got a 4, because I might get carp on here, which I already have done, I've got a short 6-inch, as you can see that, short 6-inch trace with a size 18 hook on. And that's my silverfish rig, but still capable of landing carp. No point in going any latter than that. Little one. Got it. Little 2-pounder, nice fish though, lovely common, lovely condition. Tin hard again. Right, so it's 3 o'clock, so there's 1 hour to go. Probably got 60 odd pound at the moment. Guessing, might be a bit more than that. Feeding with margin lines, but just can't get any touches on them at all. No bites. I've put maggots really close to the banks if anything comes slurping around so I can see them, but there's nothing there. Ian Carr's catching a few to my right. Sean Green's had a few. We've probably got a similar weight. Probably all 3 of us have got a similar weight actually. Although I can't see Steve or Aspie. He's possibly winning it, I think, from what I can gather. So at the moment I'm alternating between the caster line, silverfish line and the feeder line in the gap. And hopefully I might see some fish come in these margins. Still just feeding method feeder with micro pellets. I've lost fish around the back of that aerator, just with a bolt off. They're common. There's about half an hour left now. I've had 4 fish in the last half an hour. Excellent. Right, last 15 minutes to go. The clouds starting to break up, a little bit of sunshine coming out. Still nothing in the margins. Gorgeous. No rain. Now you've got the sunshine to finish with. We'll see if there's any bigger fish on this line. Some bream down there.
So it don't look like he's breaking no pots.
No. Nice roach. It's a lovely roach. No. Oh, how fast that went, missed it. Oh yeah, I did as well. I mean, normally for silvers I'd be using blue hydro, but with a white today it's fine. So I'm going down the margins and knock the feeder out and the carp on the caster line again. Not for the first time today. Lovely. Nice bonus on the caster line. Quick time check. Last minute. That's a lot. Nice way to finish with that fish. We've had a nice day's fishing today. Caught quite a few fish. You can't see most of it. And you, Ian? Fish well, pal. With lots of silvers. It's been a really good day. Let's get packed away. We'll have a weigh in and we'll see who's won. Loved it today. Every time we done casting, I caught a decent silverfish. I'm not even fed a pint of casters.
Hold on, mate.
44.
Hold on.
What's on the first way? 43.14.
Oh, the first way.
Same again.
You're going to see the silvers on the photo. Oh no. Hold on.
That's a cracking bag of silver.
I say I must have had 20 quality roach. Easy.
7-9, Kevin. Well done.
Hold on, mate.
You're going to me, Sean. No, you haven't, Sean. You're going to me, Sean. All day you get it. Commentate.
34.15.
Oh, see that white stork fly over?
What, with a baby?
Yeah, what are it?
No. You got a baby in his beak.
It was in heaven and it was
Did well there.
You got 50 in there. Ian, what did you weigh? Ian, what did you weigh? 58, didn't you?
Bit of editing, Kev.
I'm leaving that in.
When you said that, I nearly fell in.
Well, I'm normally other way, aren't I?
Did you have an orgasm now when he touched you?
I don't watch it.
Sound like you're having an orgasm.
Oh, right, yeah.
What about 51?
I think that's about £12.
Yeah, we don't come.
That's about £9, mate.
£9.
£9 maximum.
You doing a good job for him?
Good cover. How much in there?
10.9.
Hold on, Steve.
Hold on, Stevie. Hold on, Steve. £18 I'll click when I stop clicking.
26.
26.50.
Good morning. So on to the results for yesterday. Then on Friar Tuck Lake at Little John. Friar Tuck's it's the third lake at Little John Lakes. It's a snake lake, 25, 26 pegs. It's a nice place to fish. It's got lots of silvers in it. And all the talk was before the match, and last week was like, well, Friar Tuck's not fishing that well. The carp aren't really feeding that well. And the open anglers were, only catching £50 to win it. So I decided to take a pint of casters with me, and it really paid off yesterday, feeding for the silvers. There was 18 of us fished, which made the pegging quite tight, and we weighed in 624 pounds between the 18 of us at an average of 34.6 pounds. So the averages were well down, but it doesn't produce massive weights when you've got so many anglers. I don't know, so 35 pounds is not actually too bad an average weight considering what has been coming out there. So 50 pounds have been winning matches, but the backup weights of 20 pounds. So to have so many weights of 40s and 30s yesterday, 50s and 60s, was really good. So on to the sections then. The first section winner was Sean Green from Peg 4 with £41 6 ounce. I mean, that would have been in the frame in some of the open matches recently. Second section winner was Brian Cox with £34.15 from Peg 19, so well done Brian. Third section winner was Gary Summerscales with the £28.4 from Peg 9. And then Phil Smedley with £47 9 ounce from Peg 21. So well done to the section winners. And it was a lake of two halves really. The wind had been blown down to our end of the lake. So if you're in pegs 1 to 4 or the high 20s, that's where the wind had blown all the week. And you can see, when you look through the results table, you can see that that actually was the main producing area. The rest of the lake really struggled, and a £28 section win in that top end there. Right, on to the top three then. So in third place was Ian Carr from Peg 2 with £58 12 ounce. Ian fished a great match. He fished his big margins to his right hand side, and he was catching odd carp, and he even had a nice barbel. I think I managed to get a little bit of footage of that. But well done Ian for his third place. Second was Steve Arafsky from Peg 24 on one of the hot pegs. The fish had been shoaled up in the morning. You could see him there before we started. So Peg 24 was a great peg, and Steve weighed in £61 14 ounce. So well done Steve, that's a cracking performance. But on to first centre, I managed to win, and probably my best win of the season really. I've had a great season, and I managed £87 9 ounce from Peg 3, which included £40 of silvers and small carp in one net, and then 40 odd pound of carp in the other net. So if you've managed to watch the footage so far, you'll see I was alternating between the short caster line on the top kit, just feeding afters and casters and nothing else, just trying to pick off some nice skimmers and roach, and there were really good quality roach who were catching 8, 9, 10, 12 ounce on a regular basis. But once you get 2 or 3, they back off, so I'd swap and go on the method feeder line, because it was 16 and a half metres, and my pole was only 14 and a half, couldn't quite reach the gap, so I was dropping it in the gap and getting 2 or 3 carp there, then it did quiet there, so I literally alternated between the two lines. I did try the margin lines and I fed them, but they just didn't produce any fish at all. I had to go at dobbing, got one on and lost it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it again. It's the films are coming out quite not too bad actually. Managed to get some decent footage yesterday, and lots of silvers on there as well, which is always nice. A few nice bream on there. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. As ever, we'll finish with a few highlights. Bye for now. Oh, now we have a carp. Lovely. Nice bonus on the caster line.
That's it, get closer together, don't watch his hip.
Lovely fish as well, look at that thing. Right beast.